The Development of Swinging in Spider-Man Games by Devin St. Louis. The first development of the web swing in Spider-Man games started in Spider-Man PS1. Spider-Man PS1 was the action-adventure that had you swinging through the levels of New York. The first swing mechanic. Spider-Man PS1 swinging mechanic was a real push for the PS1 system capability, and at the time this was seen as a revolution and immersive to the game. The tradition of the game carried over to the Spider-Man movie game, which was Spider-Man 1, and it reused the same mechanic as the first game, but this one had perfected on the previous version. The PS2 Spider-Man game still had used this previous game swing mechanic, but yet it still felt mechanical. The second movie game in the series is now seen as a golden child due to the new swing mechanic. It was based around the second movie and came out around the same time. The new swing process was a whole new revolution to the game, and this now makes it the new standard that all the new games try to replicate. The mechanic was developed by one single man, last minute in production. He based the swinging around physics and around Newton's pendulum and the laws of motion. Now, the second game that was put in the physics-based swinging was Spider-Man Web of Shadows. This game had its own concept and was a huge hit. This sparked a major debate in the gaming community as both used very similar physics behind the swinging mechanic. The debate was based on how the swinging felt when you played. Now, there are a few games that were developed but strayed away from the physics-based swinging. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions aimed to slow down and simplify the swing feature. The swinging feature in this game was not based around physics and was robotic. The physics in the previous game were no longer there. This also implemented a new zip function. So, in 2018, Insomniac Games released its newest incarnation of the Spider-Man. This became the new golden standard for swinging. This game brought back the physics-based swinging that was established back in Web of Shadows and Spider-Man 2. The developer of the web swinging in Spider-Man 2 gave the new game a play and said that it was all he developed and more than that. He said it was better than he was able to develop for his own. The fan base of the Spider-Man games has now said that this is the new standard for what a Spider-Man game should be.